Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's been a hot minute because I forgot that it's been so long since I uploaded. I have been working my ass off to try to get my second channel up and running, and it's been just incredibly freaking hectic these last 2 months. Apologies that I haven't uploaded. I legitimately forgot that it had been over a week since I had last uploaded. So, not to mention, I also don't really have that much money so I can actually get new games to play on here, and our Wi-Fi sucks, etc. Anyway, I'm rambling. Alien Isolation. It is finally going to have a sequel. Anywho, it is... Oh, here's some cat tax for y'all. My tiny angry void. Meow. Getting to the point where she needs to go and have her nails trimmed again. She will not allow us to touch her paws whatsoever. She just screams as if she's being murdered if we even try to trim her claws whatsoever. After years of trying to do it, spending the $45 to have someone else do it, totally worth it. Anyway, and it looks like it will be available in 2027. I know that it got announced a couple months ago, but there was only like a 20-second trailer that was released, or a teaser trailer, not really any details. Just so happened to announce I was engaged on Facebook, and I saw that on my feed. I'm rambling. And saw that on my feed. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot that Alien Isolation existed. Without further more yapping, because y'all don't really need to have your ears yapped off, let's get to it. Wow, my monitor just really took a dump in quality just in that second.
やってくれたわね。大きな損失よ。
Oh my god, why 480p? This keeps happening. Like, every time I watch anything on YouTube, especially if it's new content that I search for like this, YouTube just bumps it down to 480p. They're like, oh yeah, you want to maintain this quality? How about no? It's so annoying.
こんな失態を見逃す会社ではないの。これは最後のチャンス。Do you understand? Yes. I understand.
Which IGN released a hands-on preview apparently, so I want to try to watch that as well.
"12 years is a long wait to play the sequel to one of your favourite games of all time. During that decade-plus stretch, I've replayed the original Alien Isolation multiple times, analysed its incredible level design, and even addressed that review score in my own glowing appraisal of gaming's unique,
Also, I'm sorry if the video is a little bit glitchy. Maybe it's due to like the RAM, stick of RAM or whatever it is on my PC, but it's either going to be really horrible quality or it's just going to be choppy. There's not really any good in between. I'm poor, so I can't really fix very much of anything as of right now, so just apologies for those who care about the choppiness. Best I can do.
rivaled nightmare. So you can imagine that, as I picked up the controller in a dark room at developer Creative Assembly's headquarters, my mind was awash with excitement, spiked with anxiety. Would my first taste of the long-awaited, once-thought impossible Alien Isolation 2 be everything I hoped for? Much like a truncated version of Alien Romulus, the half-hour demo of Isolation Sequel is gorgeous, faithful, frightening, and also deeply familiar. perhaps a little too familiar. That sense of déjà vu is partly down to the fact that most of this demo, taken from the game's opening, unfolds within the Project KG-348 laboratory, the very same module ejected from Sevastopol Station during the events of the first game. We've quite literally been here before. But not like this, we haven't. Before I crack the seal on the lab, let's rewind to the demo's very first moments. Rather than Isolation's original protagonist, Amanda Ripley, I see the world through the eyes of a new character, Blake. She's part of Weyland Yutani's army of managers, and she has arrived on planet LV-921 in search of that aforementioned lab. A lab, should you need reminding?
Some people might not like the aspect of having the same, layout, I guess, like what he was saying, of the game, but I kind of do. I love the fact that it's still similar to the old one. I'm sure that they will mix in some new aspects and new things here and there, like the fact that it's a different character as well, but I don't really like it when games or movies are completely separate and different from their predecessor that's supposed to be in the same series, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
That was jettisoned because it had a xenomorph trapped inside it. But before Blake comes face to face with the universe's perfect organism, she must first face something new and perhaps even scarier: the outdoors. The major difference between this sequel and its predecessor is lifted directly from the movies. As in Aliens, Isolation 2 takes place on terra firma rather than in space. You'll be moving back and forth between the confines of Kurosaki Station and the exposed landscapes of LV-921's distressed, eerie surface. During an interview with IGN, creative director Al Hope promised me an interesting dynamic between interior and exterior spaces, with each exerting their own method of pressure. However, in the safety of this heavily scripted opening, I'm unable to experience any of that. I slowly inch through long dead woodland, following burning embers and broken trees towards a huge metal structure that has clearly punched through the atmosphere and half buried itself in the planet's surface. With a lack of lockers and vents to hide in, I imagine this journey would feel terrifying if the alien were loose among the branches. But without such a threat, the sequence feels much like the fairly relaxed planetside flashbacks of the original game, just without the weight of a spacesuit slowing me down. The Seegson design access lever, recessed into the hull of the crashed structure, makes it immediately clear we're not rehashing the Nostromo crew's egg inspection mission. This thing is reassuringly familiar, reassuringly human, and as the hatch opens and I descend the ladder, it's like I'm walking through my own memories of 2014. While the results of Creative Assembly's recreation of Project KG-348's curving red panel corridor isn't quite as dramatic as, say, Metal Gear Solid Delta's updated clone of Groznygrad, it nonetheless provokes a similar reaction. I'm momentarily impressed by the graphical upgrade, but then gripped by instincts that have lain dormant for a decade, as if waiting on standby for this very return. Before the horrors begin, the objectives ease me back into Isolation's fundamentals. The power is out, locking down every door and hatchway, so I poke around the immediate area in search of scrap components with which I can fix the breaker box. While this is nothing new, I appreciate the
Okay, maybe it's just my autism or something. It might be coming across weird to me, but this just, for some reason, feels like I'm kind of confused because he's complimenting it at the same time of dunking on it. So it feels like this person who played it doesn't like it. I thought it was going to be more of like a gameplay than anything else, but you know what? I want to see if it's available on Steam. I would honestly just rather play it myself than listen to someone who's like, yeah, it's okay, but at the same time, like, it's not that great, like, meh. It's the same old usual, but it's kind of good in these ways. Like, can you pick, please? Like, I'm confused. Okay, so the playthrough was only like available to certain people, I'm guessing then. Okay. I did wishlist it, and hopefully there will be like a demo or something soon so I can play that, Because honestly, I really don't feel like watching the rest of that stupid IGN video. I'm trying not to sound rude, but he also sounded rude. So, anyway, I know this is kind of a short video and I don't really have very many things to play, but I completely forgot that it was and has been well over a week since I have uploaded, since I've been focusing on my second channel and launching that. Anyway, yeah, I guess I'll just leave it there. It feels like a waste of my time to watch that when I would just rather play it myself and draw my own conclusion. Let me know in the comments if y'all are excited for Alien Isolation 2, and of course I will be playing that on here, and I will absolutely make sure that I have the money set aside before it comes out so I can actually afford to get the stupid game when it comes out, whenever that is. So, anyway, without further ado, like and subscribe, and I hope y'all's day is going great. Drink some water, chill, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.